Hey there folks, Chris here. Just wanted to put another video out there and talk a bit more about the SEAN Connery 007 4K collection for those that are skeptical and a bit more detail as far as the transfers are concerned. So these are brand new scans. It's not like they went back and grabbed the Lowry Masters and put them on 4K and call it a day. That is not the case. Brand new scans. They all include Dolby Vision and HDR10, also a native English Dolby Atmos mixes, as well as the restored mono tracks as well. That brings you much closer to the action. Just the dialogue, it's just crisp and clear, really well mixed and put together for this release. And since this is a 4K release, you're going to see obviously more increased clarity and detail for each of the films, brighter highlights, deeper blacks, and more accurate colors. And I tell you, the colors are striking and vivid that literally pop off the screen. Sure, each of the films have their pros and cons, but it's more pros than cons. I mean, if there are some things, if I had to nitpick, it does soften up at times, but that's just how it is on the original source material. It's not like DNR or anything like that. But when it's sharp, you do get nice clarity on faces, surrounding objects and whatnot. And those that are curious about the aspect ratio for the first three films, which is Dr. No, From Russia with Love, and Goldfinger, it's no longer in the 1.66 ratio. It's presented in 1.75 in 4K. And as I said in my previous rundown video for this set, the digital versions that are available for purchase in 4K for these films are not the same transfers that you're going to see with the 4K discs. So yeah, the colors were way off for the digital version, so you get a more accurate color timing and just more vivid and striking detail coming through with the discs, definitely. And even though the films aren't completely sharp from beginning to end, that's just how it is on the original source material. But when it's sharp, it's quite sharp. And, visuals are absolutely fantastic, man. Very film-like, organic, light to moderate green. Seeing the Caribbean waters come to life in Dr. No was a blast. And greater depth and detail from Russia with Love. The striking and vivid colors in Goldfinger coming to life. The underwater sequence and Thunderball looking better than ever. Also, in and around the city in Japan, looking absolutely gorgeous, man, 4K, and You Only Live Twice. And also Vegas, man, in the early 70s, striking details around the city, man, the casinos, the night lights, and just in and around the city in the daytime even, man, just really bold in your face colors. So as I was saying, yeah, the first three films are presented in the 1.85 aspect ratio, so you are still going to see black bars on the left and right side, but it's not going to be as noticeable as the Blu-ray release, but it's still there. Also, the aspect ratio for Thunderball and You Only Live Twice is presented in the 2.35 ratio, and Diamonds Are Forever is presented in the 2.39 ratio. And before I close it out, I did give a rating in my previous video for each of the films as far as picture and audio quality is concerned, which is a 4.5 out of 5 for both. And that's mainly to the striking, vivid colors that pop off the screen. The deep blacks, the gorgeous deep blacks. And I didn't give a perfect score of 5, and that's mainly because the image does slightly soften up at times, but that's just how it is on the original source material. It has nothing to do with the restoration. And all 6 films include various special features, including commentary tracks for each of the films, also behind-the-scenes featurettes and whatnot, but definitely hang on to the Blu-ray discs because that has a lot more features that weren't brought over for this 4K release. And before I let you guys go, these are 100 gigabyte discs each. So yeah, high data with the megabits floating around the 60, 70 range, nothing less than that. And looking forward to seeing what they put together for the Roger Moore collection. Also, George Lazenby, One and Done with On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Really love that film. Also, the Timothy Dalton collection and Pierce Brosnan. Absolutely love GoldenEye. GoldenEye was actually my first time experiencing a 007 movie on the big screen back in 1995, 30 years ago. Wow, but fun times nonetheless. So yeah, really fun set to pick up with the SEAN Connery 007 collection, either in the standard edition or the nice looking Steelbooks, even though I would have much preferred the original poster art on the Steelbooks. But it is what it is. See you in the next one.